Hi everyone, I am excited to say I have finished yet another book. I have had a lot more time on my hands this month and I've been able to sort of catch up with some of the colouring that I've been meaning to do. So this is a Lulu Mayo, as you may be able to see. A Million Magical Creatures was the first Lulu book that I got. Now, I've always had a little bit of a challenge with Lulu's paper and have been trying to find the best pencils to use on the paper. So that has been quite a challenge for me as I've been using the book, and to try and keep the colouring neat has been really hard. I don't know whether the books are really designed for markers or what it is, but I find it shows up every little line and scratch. But anyway, I've tried my best and I thought I would show you. So this first page is just a big mix of different colours really. Sometimes on the pages I've tried to stick to a more limited colour palette, but for this one I didn't. I just mixed it up a bit. Now I can't tell you what pencils I used for most of the pages because I can't remember. It's been done over quite a long time, so I'm not sure. And there's some gold pencil here. This bit here is a bit shiny, but I still can't tell you what set it is, I'm afraid. So there's that one. And this one here has some interesting olivey colours here, but I think this is a pastel set. I wonder if it's the Brute Funas. It looks like it could be the macarons. This one I think I did with polychromos, but I'm not sure looking at it. I don't know if it is that pink. I don't know. Now this one I did a little bit more recently. This is actually done with Prismacolor. I can tell by the colour on the skirt. And there's some glitter on this page, so I'm going to try and show you that. On her wings, you can probably see there that I've used some glitter pen all over them just to make the wings look a bit special and shiny, but I've completely forgotten to colour the crown on the frog. So that's interesting. Now I remember doing this one as a buddy colour. Now some of the images in the book I find really difficult to know how to colour. For some reason this one I just came up with this idea and I just knew what I wanted to do. Now this little bit here is actually done in a shiny gold pencil. The wings of this, yeah, all of the wings are done, you might be able to see with the glitter pen on top of them. It's a clear glitter pen, so you can see the colour through, but also the wings. Even the fairy in the jar, her wings are done in glitter pen too. Now here we have our fireworks page. Now I like this one. There's a lot of consistency in colour and it just makes a lot more sense to me. So these three creatures are the same in the same colour. We've got these sort of colour groups. It just for me appeals a lot more because it just ties together. The fireworks are done in a green glitter pen. Actually there's some yellow and pink as well. This one I did really early on. I'm actually quite pleased with this one and it laid down reasonably well, and actually this is a metallic, these are metallic pencils, which is interesting, and I tried to make the glass look like it was sort of shiny and see-through. Let's tip it that way. The light's catching on the pencils. You can see the metallic pencils are a little bit shiny. They're not massively shiny and some people really don't like their dull colours, like this orange is, you know, not that bright, but I do like them. Now this one, we have metallic pen on the edges of the clouds to give them some shimmer. I don't know if I think I would have rathered white out those black bits first or something, I don't know. Maybe if I'd been a little bit more accurate with my pen. There's also some metallic, the stars are metallic, you can see that they're pink. Now this is probably my favourite so far. I can't remember all of them because I haven't gone through in detail. So we have a pink pastel background, as you can see, soft pastels. The moon is coloured in blue, and then I've gone over the top of it with a diamond sticker. A lot of it's come off, to be honest, or I haven't spread it very evenly, but we've got that sort of shimmery, glittery look, which is nice. And I really liked how these roses came out. I love the way they're drawn. I don't remember there being flowers on many other pages at all, and she draws them beautifully, but we tend to get a lot of buildings and critters and things like that rather than flowers, and of course flowers are what I really love to colour. Now this one, I'm looking, it looks like it's done with a lot of pastel. These are pastel colours, the rainbow, but this blue is quite bright, isn't it? So I'm not sure what I used there. But again, I quite like the way this one's come out with the sort of glittery wave tops and things like that. Now this one, I was trying to get a sort of pearlescent look to the shell where I used both a pink and a purple and mixed them together, and I think it came out reasonably well. And we have our little bubbles and things. They might have looked better with a bit of white on, but I think that one has come out well. And although there's no background, I think the simplicity of it actually works really well for that one. Now this chap, I just didn't know what to do with him, so I thought if I keep all the buildings the same colours and keep it with a really limited palette, I thought it would work better, and I do think that was the right decision to make. Although the critters, the roofs and the buildings do tend to fade into one, I think it gives it more of a neatness of the whole thing. Sometimes I find if I do lots of random colours, it can look very messy. I see other people pull it off really successfully, but not me. Now we have our flying cat, hot air balloon. You know, why not? Her imagination, it's just mad, isn't it? But this one, I think, seeing as it's a big mishmash of colour, I think it's actually come out quite well for me, you know, for the efforts I tend to make. The yellow stars bring it together a little bit. I didn't colour the sky. I decided to colour the clouds instead, and I've done that on another picture as well, where there's so much sky, I thought it would be easier to sort of almost reverse it. So that's what I did. Now this one is also, I said the other, this is probably my favourite. Now this one I coloured, I remember I had at the time on my desk, I had a box of pencils, and they were all my oddments of pencils. There's so much glitter on here, but it's not, I didn't put glitter on here, it's come off something else. I had all oddments of pencils in my drawer, including my Prismacolors. Before I had any Prismacolors, I had a few open stock. And so I used all my oddments from my drawer to colour this picture. And I remember one of the ones that I used, I think it was this purpley colour, kept breaking and breaking and breaking, and I used like half the pencil just on the dress because it didn't sharpen well. Good story, eh? But this, he looks lovely. I think that's Prismacolors and a beige. And yeah, it just came out really well, and it's a really nicely drawn. Again, we've got florals. You see, when I've got florals, I get a bit more enthused, I think. Now we have florals in this one too. It's sort of more cherry blossom, but I didn't really know how to colour this. I mean, what is this? I don't even know what they're called and what they are. But anyway, I had a go, and I think it's okay. The rain is done in a glitter pen. Now we have our piano. I do like the frogs. They are the cutest thing to colour. But I don't know what I've used, but it looks quite scruffy colouring. Again, you know, I've been, as I say, struggled with the paper quite a bit. And the same with the ballerina. I try to keep the colours quite similar, but I think these bows and curtains are so close that it would have looked better for them to either have been identical or a bit different, a bit of a lighter pink. I think because I used my light pink for her, it all got a little bit muddled really. But there we go. Now this page, I quite enjoyed doing the trees and the water, but all the critters, I tried to make them similar colours. So we've got these ones that are like, I don't know, mermaid, unicorny, dolphiny seals. I don't know. I did them all the same, and then the sort of furry ones the same, and sort of thing. And I tried to keep the critters sort of pink and cute colours. But I didn't do the tops of the water. I just left them white, I think. Or are they grey? I'm not sure. I think they're grey. That's an interesting choice. Now we have this musical one. I had fun with this one. Trying to make the instruments look a bit shiny. It could have been better, couldn't it? I've done a very pale background. It's really hard to see because I wanted the piano to stay white. I missed that bit, I think. But anyway, but I think the frogs are cute. Now this one was a video, so you can follow along with this one if you want, because with the other one where I did the gold wings, this one, people wanted to know how to do it, so I did a video. Actually, that isn't coloured in the same way. I think this is done with polychromos, to be honest. But anyway, as a video, the cage is got a bit of gold pen on, which is weirdly faded. Like some of it looks silver, not gold. Well, that's interesting. And we've got a bit of glitter on our fairy star and that sort of thing. So that one's come out well. And why for me that one was easier is because there's a bit less going on. The sort of amount of things going on in some of the pictures I find quite daunting. Now, our Halloween witch, what I did to make her less daunting was I kept our ghost white, because that's the colour I think they should be. The bats the same colour, all the leaves the same colour, and the pumpkins the same, and then it just made it a lot more simple. And I did the stars in an orange because I thought they're sort of more of a Halloweeny colour, so that was quite fun. We have another Halloweeny style here, but I had no idea what all this was here. I don't know why I coloured it pink, because looking at it now, surely it's either bushes or trees or mountains, not something randomly pink. But all the little critters I did the same colour to help me make it a little bit easier. The water is a bit boring, isn't it? And I think her dress is a bit too close to the colour of the water. It would be better if that was a bit greener, but I like her purple hair. Now this one. Now again we have flowers, which are fun, ribbons and leaves and things like that. So I enjoyed this one. Didn't do a background. I felt I wasn't sure. By the time I'd put so many different colours into it, I didn't know what I could do really with the background. I guess I could have done a really pale blue, but it might have taken from the flowers. I haven't coloured that stem in. Now these fairies, their wings have been coloured in the very lightest of pinks, which is very hard to see. I'm wondering whether I thought I was going to put some glitter on and then I forgot or something. I don't know. Now this is done, I can tell that this is done in Bambino crayons. I found them a little bit better for using on this paper. They are still a little bit scruffy, but not as much as maybe some of the pencils. I'm just going to stop I'm going to sneeze. Right, I did sneeze. So we have this sort of fish, and I mean, they're supposed to be on water. Why I didn't put some water in the background, I don't know. But I think by the time I'd coloured them, I was feeling a bit overwhelmed, really. And I really was unsure as to how to colour it all, so I kept all the colours the same, nice and bright. Now this was a fun one because I enjoy colouring these little frogs and lily pads and things like that. So and the bubbles are all covered in a glitter pen. It's probably hard to see. The edges of the bubbles are all glittery, so that was a fun one to do. And a little rainbow. Now this is cute. They're having a little kiss. It's very sweet. They're so sweet. We've got all the little people. I coloured them all the same colour. I don't know why they're... Anyway, I don't know. I wonder whether there's a story in Lulu's head to these pictures. Now, I haven't coloured the cloud. I left the clouds white. There's a little bit of blue in the sky, which is really pale. That is very hard to see. And I left the tops of the waves white. Sometimes I think that looks better. It depends what I'm working it with. Now this again is one that I enjoy doing. Again, lovely florals, which I enjoy colouring. And this was a buddy colour, I think, actually. Yes, I think I did it with my friend Michelle. And the light coloured in to make it look gold. I've done better gold than that, but you know, it's and I think it was sort of Christmas time. I tried to make it look slightly Christmassy with the colours that I used. I don't know why this guy is fluorescent purple though. He sort of stands out as looking a bit different. Anyway, now this girl's sitting on a lovely ball of florals. She's very cutely drawn. I did her blonde, interestingly. But I like all these little frogs. They're so cute to colour and fun. And the stars and things, they're actually done in pencil. I think that's a metallic pencil. like a bronzy colour. I wonder if it's the, oh, I don't know. No, I don't know. Now this one, I kept the same creatures, the same colour, again to simplify it. And then in the water, I went over all the sort of waves and bits with the white just to make them stand out a bit more. I felt like I shouldn't have coloured the tops of the waves. I should have kept them white or put more glitter on them, but I coloured them in, so then I went round with the white just to help them stand out. Now this was fun. I can see I've used my waterfall stickles on the bubbles and things, and there's a glitter pen on the top of the wave as well. The magic wand is coloured in gold, and the little unicorn horn on the frog coloured in gold. Now this one, I did the little man as a video, I seem to remember, one Christmas, because I was really busy and I just needed something really quick and simple, so I did a little Christmas elf. And I felt this was sort of almost quite festive with the presents and things like that. I had a lot of fun with that one, I remember. I don't know what pencils I used because I don't recognise this blue. Maybe it is polychromos. Maybe it's a cobalt blue of some sort. But anyway, I remember enjoying that one a lot. Although those ribbons are a bit close to the colour of his hat. It might look better in different colour. But I was just thinking Christmas, I think. Now this one, we're flying through the sky. Again, we've got a lot of glitter pen going on, and I think this book is full of glitter. Ah yes, this page is covered in glitter. Again, there's none, I haven't applied glitter anywhere. It's just got it everywhere. Now the buildings really daunted me. I didn't know what to do with so many buildings, so I coloured them all the same colour. And maybe I should have made the cat a little bit darker to stand out more, I'm not sure, but it's actually a really, really fun picture when you look at all the details. When I first saw it drawn, the detail scared me, but when you start looking at it, look, a lot of this you don't have to colour because it's black. You've got like a little parade going on, jugglers, diabolos, balancing things, balancing on each other. It's such fun. Playing football in the street and things like that. It's really, really sweet. I've forgotten to colour the horn there, but once I got into all those details and looked at them, it was really cute and a nice one to do. Yeah, we have a bird. This is covered in glitter. There's lots of glitter on this side. It's transferred across. But I wanted to keep him a little bit different because I tend to do birds in blue or brown. So I decided to try and do something a bit different with that one. But again, even though I use Chromaflow, which I find do work reasonably well on this paper, I struggled to get it neat, and on this one as well. Most of it's done in glitter. I think I might have done this as a video, but I can't remember. Why would I just do glitter pens as a video? I don't know. Anyway, again, this one, as much as I love colouring mushrooms, the detail was overwhelming. So I tried to group them in different colour groups to make it a bit easier. Now this one decided to go bright and colourful. I had a bit of a disaster with the flower and had to colour over them with a few different colours, and the paper didn't like layering, which was interesting. So yeah, I struggled a bit with those. But the rainbow and the people and all that, I like that bit. This just the flower. The colour I coloured it looked wrong, and as the more I tried to change it, the worse it looked. So that was a learning experience. Now this one is a video because it was a Valentine's type themed video. I think it's so cute. Again, I just love these little frogs. They're really sweet. And this one I know was done with Harmonious pencils, the Castle Art set. I was trying them out and I felt it worked quite well. They are quite an interesting colour set. They're quite dull, but I think they're not really designed to be used alone. They're designed to be combined with other pencils. But I managed to find enough colours in there to do a reasonable variation, I felt. Oh, these two are cute, aren't they? I enjoyed doing this one. I'm trying to figure out what pencils. I'm pretty sure that's Chromaflow again. This colour, I can't place it. I think it might be. Anyway, the whole sort of sun and water, it's sweet, isn't it? Now this one, is this, I did this with snow, so on the roofs, yeah, it has got snow, so there's glitter pen on all the snowy bits, the little circles and stars and things like that. Gosh, I did this one a really long time ago, I remember. Again, trying to keep colours quite simple, but I feel that the seahorses might have been better not the same colour as the shell, just to help them look different to each other. But apart from that, it was I enjoyed that one. Oh, and this has got loads of glitter on. We have, I'm trying to work it out. Yeah, we have gold stickles around the stars, which was problematic on this side, trying to colour over the top, because stickles leave a big blob because they're like glue, very thick. Whereas the glitter pen here, which was just like a Sakura one, that doesn't create the same sorts of problems. Now we have the Eiffel Tower. She's flying in a little paper origami. It's very sweet, isn't it? So there's loads of glitter on here. There's glitter everywhere on this page. The problem with using glitter pen is it never stays in the right place. So I've got smears of glitter here which have come from over here. You know, it's tricky, but it is fun, isn't it, to use? Oh yes, this is our Easter. Yeah, our Easter witch. Had a go at a galaxy sky here. I've done better. I think what that is missing is white dots, and also usually with a galaxy sky I go over with a white pencil, which I don't think I've done, and then I add lots of dots of white pen, and the dots of white pen help it to sort of amalgamate together. It just doesn't look particularly well blended, but maybe also might be a reflection on the paper again. I'm not sure. I might be being unfair on that one. It might have been my lack of skill. Now this is interesting. This star here looks slightly glittery. These don't, and yet they're the same colour gel. So I think the glitter's come off some of these stars. But I do use a big variety of glitter pens. I've also not done the ones that are down here. I just completely missed them out, which is interesting. But yeah, I think she's coloured nicely though. I do use a variety of different glitter pens, so I can't say whether there's a particular one that is coming off, if you know what I mean. This metallic pen on this one. I did lots of little dots behind the bats and things. I found this orange hard to colour. Big areas on this paper I find very difficult. Now with this one, I wanted to leave the border quite plain so that it worked as a border. These faces in the clouds have been coloured in a light grey just to make them lift off a little bit, but I didn't want them, I wanted them to be the border. So I left all the clouds white and then kept the building similar with a purple roof and lighter purple building, and all the little people, little animals in the same sorts of colours, just to try and keep it looking a bit together. And I really struggled with this background to try and make it look neat. It's okay here, it's really messy up here. I don't know, maybe I lost energy. Big areas, they're daunting, aren't they? So this one, I can't remember much about this one. I did this a long time ago. So we have our cherry blossoms. I didn't know what this is. Fans, shells, I had no idea. I just coloured it in a colour that I fancied colouring it in. I think it's covered in glitter again, but there's no glitter pen on this side, so where it's come from, who knows? I think sometimes it gets on the pieces of paper that I slot between the pages when I colour. This one is it's got a lot of silver pen here. Oh, it has got glitter. It's here on the edge of the clouds. That's where it's come from. Now here's our musical gramophone, which is really sweet. This little character, she's very cute. So I enjoyed doing these florals, sort of kept it all same, like it's all part of the music, so it's all the same sort of colour coming around. That's how I thought about it anyway. But the yellow stands out a bit, but I think that's okay. Now this is he's our wolf, I think, with his guitar having a little sing. The moon is done in, I think that's coloured in blue pencil with a see-through glitter pen on top. The wings and details on some of the critters and the stars have been done in a really thin gold metallic pen, which looks rather nice. It's quite hard for you to see, I should imagine. Now this one What have we got here? Got trees, fogs, got no sort of glitter or anything, only what's come across from that side. This one, our last one, I think I did this as a buddy colour or for a mermaid challenge or something like that. But I like the simplicity of the drawing of this page, which made it much easier for me to colour. And I hadn't really coloured people before, so I didn't really know how to do, this a long time ago when I coloured this, how to do her. I think I did a reasonable job considering I didn't know how to really do it. And her hair is quite pretty as well, isn't it? But I think I've used metallic pencils for some of this. It's quite hard to see, but there's glitter on the tops of the waves and on her, on the black parts of her tail and shells. There's glitter pen to make her look shiny. There we go. So that's my first Lulu Mayo book that I finished. I have got a couple of other books of hers, but that one's now done. I've got a lot done this month, haven't I? But my next book that I'm going to try and finish is Magical Worlds, I think. So that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that one. Of course, Johanna's my favourite. But there we go. But thank you for watching today. Yeah, hope that gave you a few ideas of what to do and what not to do in these books. As I say, I struggle with the paper. I tend to find Chromaflow or softer pencils tend to be a little bit better, but I don't know. I find the surface too soft and slidey, and they're quite tricky. But I'm still working on it. I'm determined to master it. I'll find a way. But thank you for watching. I hope you have a super day and happy colouring.